Hello and assalamu alaikum. Welcome to today's video. So today's video is about top places to visit in Istanbul. So based on my recent visit to Istanbul, what I found to be good, and also what are the prices, and is it worth paying for it or just look from outside. So let's go on with it and let's explore Istanbul, Turkey. So number one, for sure, it is Hagia Sophia, and it is a magnificent mosque, and historically it has been a church, mosque, museum, and then right now it is a mosque again. So if you're a Muslim, it is worth visiting there because you can pray the namaz over there as well. But for non-Muslims as well, it's open, they can visit it, but the only thing is that they need to pay a fee around 20 pounds. Why I'm saying around, because it depends on the conversion rate, but you can find out the latest prices because the prices have been increasing of all the attractions in Istanbul in the recent time. But Hagia Sophia would be the top, one of the top things to visit in Istanbul. And for Muslims, it is free. They can go on the ground floor and visit and pray over there. For tourists, it is that they can only go on the first floor, and there is some museum as well, so there is some other attraction as well which they get if you are paying the fee. So this is the inside view of the Hagia Sophia. So it is quite outstanding. And for in Turkey, in Istanbul, wherever in the mosque you will go, you will see the name of Allah, Muhammad, Umar, Abu Bakr, all the caliphs name, Usman, all of Abu Bakr, all of them mentioned in all the mosque. And it is indeed one of the magnificent mosque right now which has been created, although you can still see some of the previous pictures which were drawn from the Christianity, from the church era, and you can see one of the pictures in the start where you see the picture of Jesus Christ. They have not demolished it, they have not hidden it, they have kept it like that for the tourists to see. Number two on our list is the Blue Mosque. So Blue Mosque is just across the Hagia Sophia. As you come out or go in the Hagia Sophia, the next mosque you will see, the big structure, is the Blue Mosque, and the entry is free over there. When I went, there was some construction ongoing, so I took the actual pictures and placed them. So inside, again, if you're Muslim, please get a chance to pray inside as well. It is quite nice over there. I got, alhamdulillah, chance to pray the Friday prayer, the Jummah prayer over there, and it was quite great. Usually in the majority of the mosque wherever I visited in Istanbul, the top floor is usually either for the tourists or they are kept, there are portions which are kept for females. So here as well, the top floor is for the female, is to pray over there, and the ground floor is for men. Number three on the list is the Topkapi Palace. So Topkapi Palace is also just beside Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque. So all these things are in the Sultan Ahmed area and they are quite near to each other. But the catch over here is the quite high entrance fee. I did not pay the entrance fee, but some part of it you can explore, you can go inside, you can take pictures. So these are the pictures which for which you don't need to pay anything, and you can still take those pictures from outside. So this is the thing, that Topkapi Palace, it's quite grand, it's quite big, there are lots of gardens, you can explore the gardens for free over there, and you will see the Topkapi Palace if you take a cruise, or if you are in the Sultan Ahmed area, you can see and explore it for free as well. I did not pay for it. The only thing which I might have paid really for it would have been the tabarukat of the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, because there are some of the belongings of the Holy Prophet in this palace which I would have wished to explore, but of course the budget constraint and everything and the days, I skipped that. But other than that, as I said, that you can explore the outside of Topkapi Palace. Number four on the list is the Grand Bazaar. So if you go to Istanbul, you cannot miss the Grand Bazaar. So Grand Bazaar, Spice Bazaar, and the outskirts of it I would categorize as same, but I have Spice Bazaar as number 5 as well. So Grand Bazaar is the bazaar where you will find all the souvenirs or lots of counterfeit products. Counterfeit not really, but the branded products which are not the genuine products, so they are famous for that. Even spices you can find in Grand Bazaar as well, but it is considered to be the oldest bazaar, a closed bazaar, the biggest market in the world and the first ever marketplace in the world as well, because all the tradesmen used to come here and put the bazaar, and it still till date exists. So these are the outside of the Grand Bazaar. So I will consider these as part of the Grand Bazaar as well, because if you go out of any of the gates, because there are, I don't know, lot of gates, more than, I'm quite sure, more than 30-40 gates to enter the Grand Bazaar. And if you go out from anyone, you will find streets like that going up or down the hill, and they are crowded and filled up with small shops, as you can see in the pictures. So the next one, as I said, it is very near to Grand Bazaar, is the Spice Bazaar. Spice Bazaar, again, is a free entry, there is nothing, but the Spice Bazaar, as the name suggests, as you enter the market, it is similar to the look of the Grand Bazaar, but there are more of the spices, more of the tea stalls over there you will find. But other than that, yes, you will find the souvenirs and all the things. So Spice Bazaar and Grand Bazaar are quite similar, and similarly outside there are many streets where you find lots of other things. The next on the list is the Galata Tower. So Galata Tower, now if we move from Sultan Ahmed area, which is on the Asian side, to still not sorry, in the European side, to another area in the European side, which is a bit in the north, and this is the modern or the new Istanbul considered. So here you have the Galata Tower, which is quite famous, and it is on the top of a hill. So from here you can view all around. Honestly, I did not went on top of the Galata Tower. Based on the reviews and the things, of course you will get a nice view of the Istanbul from the Galata Tower, and there are some small museum within the Galata Tower as well, but I was not attracted to pay for the fee because we were people of four, and based on my schedule, I thought I can skip that. So Galata Tower, and the good thing is that you can visit outside of the Galata Tower in the morning or the night time, and the night time it's also quite beautiful, quite well lit streets around it as well. So the next one, just from the Galata Tower, where you can go, is the Istiklal Street and the Taksim Square. So these are streets, so they are free, there is no ticket, they are shopping areas, more like European city centers, you can say, but the good thing is that the shops are open till quite late, even after 12 a.m. Midnight, you can find some of the shops, restaurant open over there. So it is quite famous for nightlife, and quite famous if you like are done with a day trip of the Sultan Ahmed area, Grand Bazaar, because Grand Bazaar, Spice Bazaar, those markets start to close in the evening around 6 or 7 p.m. But this market or this Istiklal Street remains open quite late at night. So it is quite a different vibe. It's quite good. The right picture is of the Taksim Square. So Taksim Square has got a nice mosque, Taksim Mosque, or Taksim Kami, what I understood they call in Turkish, and it is quite nicely built, and the market is open quite late. So these are some of the pictures of the mosque, and it was quite good as well. And everyone, all the mosques are open to public, whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim in Turkey, and you can go over there. And this is, alhamdulillah, I got a chance to pray in the mosque as well. Next on the list is Bosphorus cruise. So Bosphorus is the river basically in Istanbul, which separates the European continent, the two European parts. And there are two different types or multiple types. One is just that you take a cruise and they will tell you about the details about the different structures over there. So this is usually 2 to 3 hour trip, boat trip, and with no refreshments or food. Or the other one is you can have a dinner cruise or a lunch cruise or breakfast cruise. They have different types. So these are approximate price, but you need to find. But the best thing what I found was, although I'm not being sponsored and paid by, but I'm just going to tell you the secret: Get Your Guide. So look for Get Your Guide. I found this website really helpful because the prices which I found over there, the prices on spot or on the coastal area where the cruise offices were, so there the prices were 3 to 4 times higher than what I paid via this website. And although I just took a snapshot, these are the prices, but if you look around, there are many other prices as well. You can find there are hundreds of packages available, but always I like to go with the ones which has higher number of viewers, like this 2001, so I can believe and trust these reviews and the higher rating, at least more than 4-star rating. So based on that, you can find whichever is better. But in general, approximately a simple cruise 2 to 3 hour where they will go on the seaside and the river and tell you about all the structures and the buildings would be around £3 per head, and the dinner cruise can be from £20 up to 40-60 pounds per head, depending on like the drinks you select and the star rating of the cruise. So this is snapshot, and this is another snapshot from where I selected the dinner cruise, and you can see £22 per person and £21 per person with Turkish night, because dinner cruise usually comes with like a show as well. Okay, and I will show you some of the pictures. So these are the actual pictures of my cruise which I took. And this is the night view of the Bosphorus Bridge, which looks outstanding. Then there were lots of performances which were ongoing, some of the dancers on the left, on the right. There was some knife show as well which was done. Then there is also other shows which are ongoing as well, because it covers everything. And in this cruise you are able to see outside the building structure at night time, and you are able to enjoy the food as well as different dances and the cultural things as well, and dervish dance as well. So these are some of the views now from the morning trip, because I took both of them, the dinner cruise as well. In the morning I took the sightseeing tour as well, where they are telling you all about the different structures which you can see. So I wanted to watch them at the daytime, so I went on that. And this is type of the cruise. So here they have the table, so either if you have booked for any refreshments, you will be served with refreshments on the table. Otherwise, the person on the top left, you can see he was telling us about the location, and it was quite useful and entertaining, to be honest. I enjoyed the trip. So it was 3-hour trip with 1 hour stop in the Asia side. So they gave us 1 hour on the Asia side to go and eat something, but 2 hours it usually takes the tour for telling about the details. And this is also the picture which I took of the Galata Tower from the seaside. So the next location which I would really recommend, again on the European side, is Ortaköy. So Ortaköy is a nice picturesque location with this mosque, Bosphorus Bridge at the back, and the seaside. And because I went on the 29th of October, so there was the National Day, which I didn't know. So there were lots of boats with flags of Turkey as well, and lots of events ongoing. So this is also one of the restaurants which is over there, which has got the Turkish lamps and the umbrella structure, and it was really nice. And this is the mosque, Ortaköy Mosque over there, and again a magnificent mosque to worth visiting. So there are lots of small markets in Ortaköy, so that's why I think that you can spend a full complete day in Ortaköy. If it's a nice day, sunny day, well, you can have a nice view of the seaside, along with you can do lots and lots of shopping as well. And from here you can take a ferry to go on the Asian side as well. So the next one on my list is the tomb of Hazrat Abu Ayyub Ansari Raziyallahu Ta'ala Anha, and this is a bit far from like the main tourist attraction, but I really wanted to visit because he was the person where the Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam stayed when he moved to Medina, and also he was, if I'm not mistaken, he led one of the first battalions of Muslim army as well. So his grave is over there, so it's worth visiting. It's not that far from the city center, I think so 20-30 minute drive maybe, or a bus. I took the bus and it took directly to there, because there is the tomb. There is a nice area over there. There are nice restaurants, and as you can see, this is what they call Ayub Sultan is the name if you want to search. So but if you Google it, tomb of Abu Ayyub Ansari, it will bring you there. So this is the line to enter the grave basically, and there is a very big graveyard over there, and you will see so many graves over there of different Muslims over there. But there is a nice market over there. Along with that, which I didn't know and was amazed to know, once you enter in the tomb area, in the start there are some of the tabarukat of the Holy Prophet available over there. There are the hairs of his beard, of his hair, some stone which is believed to have spoken to the Holy Prophet. I don't know the history of this. I need to still check. And some other a kind of souvenir or some of other attractive things which are available inside the tomb as well, which I was not aware. And then just along with that, just along with the tomb is a chairlift. So there are, I think so, 3 or 4 different chairlifts available in, or cable car, what you call, in Istanbul. And this is one of the ones which is just beside the tomb, and which I took because it takes you to a nice location, which is also recommended by lots of tourists because of the bird eye view of Istanbul. And it is called Piri Loti Tepisi. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So it's a nice restaurant, hotel, and from there you can sit over there. It's a nice place, but the cable car is quite short, and I had to wait more than 1 hour over there. So that spoiled my temperament in order to sit over there. So once I reached the top of the hill, then I just came back. I did not spend more time. But of course, if you are spending and you're going with the intention, you can go over there, have a cup of tea, but it is quite recommended. The next one is Dolmabahce Palace. So Dolmabahce Palace, if you would have taken the cruise, you will see from the cruise side as well, because it is just along the sea. I did not went inside. It is 38 pounds because I had 7 days in Istanbul, but in my plan, unfortunately, I did not got a chance to visit it. So that's why I skipped this one completely from outside as well, because outside already was covered from, at least from the cruise. I was able to see at the night time and the daytime. But it's 38 pounds. If you think you have the budget, if you think you can spend more time or here, or maybe it's your second visit, maybe I'll plan to go there when it is my second visit, not in the first visit. So next, which people recommend, but I don't know about it, to be honest, and I think it is more relevant if you're going in more of the summer weather, because the general water around Istanbul is not fit enough for swimming. That's what I've understood. So people who likes to go to the beach side or to swim in the sea, then they usually go to the Princess Island. So there are 9 different islands, and so people usually go there. These islands are traffic free, so there are no cars allowed in these islands, although I heard now recently some electric cars are available, but usually either the horse carts or the electric scooters are available, but no normal petrol or gasoline cars are allowed on these islands. So they are recommended, but I did not went there because I still had lots of things to explore already. The next thing on the list, so these were the top 10s. Now the 11th, I put Balat area. So Balat area is also in Sultan Ahmed area. I heard a lot about it, unfortunately, but I went at the night time, and I was really disappointed with this area because I was not able to enjoy at all. And straight away after spending like 20-30 minutes, I went back. So although many people recommend it, but maybe in the daytime it might have a different vibe. But unfortunately, I went just after the sunset, and I couldn't enjoy. So the left picture, to be honest, that's not mine. But the right picture I took at the night time. These are it is famous for the colorful stairs, some colorful umbrellas. I couldn't find the umbrellas, to be honest, because they were mentioned they should be at the same location with the colorful stairs. I couldn't find. And the colorful houses, they were a bit far from the stairs, and the area is not flat. It is quite up and down, so that's why I struggled, and that's why I did not go there. So it's up to you. If you have the option, then explore it. Otherwise you can skip it. I don't know, the hype is there, but I couldn't find anything. The next thing is the Asia side. Again, I had it in my plan. Unfortunately, I couldn't go because there was so much to see in the Grand Bazaar, the Sultan Ahmed and the Taksim area, that I skipped it. But I know that the Moda and the Kadikoi, many people recommend that due to the food, the market, and the different vibe, because they say it's more authentic Istanbul rather than the touristic area of Sultan Ahmed or the Taksim. But these are recommended. So, but I would for sure go the next time when I go there. The next thing which I did not bother to go because I thought it is quite famous again, Baliska Cistern. It is famous for underground water reservoir and with lots of pillars, as you can see in the left picture, and the Medusa head, upside Medusa head, and the sideway Medusa head, which you can see on the picture on the right side, which is famous for that. But I thought that already I had viewed it on the YouTube so many times that what's left over there, because I didn't find really attractive. And also the ticket is again expensive. I will be honest, I did not go. Maybe it would have been free, I might have went there, but I did not find any attraction, because what I understood from people, you pay this much and within 20 minutes, if you are not really into looking at the pillars and really looking at the lights, then you can come out. Why the variation so much in the price? Because what I understood, in the daytime it's on the cheaper side, on the nighttime it is on the higher side. Nighttime tours are more expensive because of the lighting, but still it is underground, so I assume it would be still be dark, so it should not make any difference. The next thing on the list, which you would already covered if you have been to a Blue Mosque and Hagia Sophia, because this is just in front of them, is the column of Constantine and the Egyptian obelisk of Throides. So these are basically just in front of the Blue Mosque, and these are where the chariot racing, what I understood, used to happen as well, and so these structures still remain there. And if, as I said, if you are visiting Blue Mosque or Hagia Sophia, you might have already passed without noticing. Of course, the pillars are there, you might notice, but they are historical things, and of course these are free, so you can just take a few snaps over there for sure. Then the last thing to finish it up, the food, the Turkish food. So Turkish food, I think, for myself, being Pakistani, being immune to the masala and the curries and all the things, I think so the Turkish food was a bit, there was too much hype for me for the Turkish food. I won't say that Turkey or Istanbul is heaven for food, because majority of the videos claim that. But for me as a Pakistani, although the good thing is that everything is halal, but I unfortunately struggle with the food over there. They don't use sauces in general. Although the middle picture you see, this is kompir, which is like a baked potato with lots of stuffing. This was the best thing which I found, which I would recommend that if you are going there, please do try kompir, especially if you are coming from India Pakistan region, which you are more familiar with the spices. They have the spice bazaar, but they don't use spices. So for me, their food was quite bland. I know many people might not like that in the comment, but I just want to give you my own personal perspective as being a Pakistani, more familiar to the spices, chaat masala, red pepper, green chilies, those kind of things. Of course, their sweets are good. Their baklava, their lukam or Turkish delight, kunafa, I love those things. So sweets wise, of course, they are quite good, must try, no doubt. Kompir is quite good. Turkish breakfast, a snap on the right side, it has a flavor like a different, simply simple breakfast. But other than that, the rest of the food, I was a bit disappointed. I think so they could have used more sauces in order to create the flavor, because I think so they more rely on the plain food, and that's why I was a bit disappointed. But still, there are some good things as well. So hope you like the video. If you like, please do subscribe and share, and if you have any comment, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz. Till next time. Assalamu alaikum.